Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on primetime, the local prison starts the process to beef up its security at the Manila compound. Plus, another former corrections officer charged in the alleged contraband scheme wants to separate his case from the others. And more than $355 million is headed our way after President Trump signed the 2018 National Defense Authorization Act.
Half a day and good evening. I'm Nick Delgado alongside Crystal Paco.
Reports of inmates opening up their locked jail cells on their own. That's one of many department issues at the Department of Corrections that they've had to deal with for years.
But Chris, that could soon change now that the prison is finally getting new locks installed. Here's more.
It's part of the 20-plus-year-old consent decree. The District Court of Guam lifted that order for DEPCOR earlier this year after the prison met most of the court-mandated requirements, the last thing upgrading its locks. Prison officials today held this ceremony signifying the start of the $2.1 million project.
These were recommended and designed by Willow, which is a company off-island that does a lot of the major prisons in the United States.
The new electronic locks will first go into Post 17, Post 7, and Post 6, the maximum security unit.
We're dealing with an antiquated facility, and we have to make the necessary steps to make sure that security is number one with us.
DEPCOR Director Tony Lamarena says his officers will be able to control the locks from one room.
So in case of any emergencies or fires, the individual in the control room can actually press one button and release everybody.
In recent years, prison leaders have reported inmates and detainees being able to get out of their locked cells.
There have been some that have been popped in the past, but these will have certain devices in them that will not allow prisoners to pop the locks.
Officials estimate the new locks will be completed by mid-2018. Also going up, new security cameras.
There's a lot of blind spots in the building. So with the installation of interior cameras now, the officer in the control room now has full view of the entire building, in and out.
Yet another effort the prison is taking to keep their facility secure while preventing more contraband from being smuggled inside.
And a former Department of Corrections officer also wanting to sever his case from the others in the prison contraband scheme may not get what he's asking for. Frankie Roslin and other defendants appeared in the Superior Court today. Judge Vern Pears saying his decision on the severance motion is coming very soon. However, it seems he's going to deny it. So far, only former Corrections Officer Jerry Hokog was granted his request to sever. Pears saying the complexion of the case has since changed as 3 others have signed plea agreements with the government. He adds more plea deals are in the works, but defense argues Roslin's motion should be granted as well, contending the motion is based on prejudice. The next hearing for those indicted in the case is set for January 31st of next year.
A major drug trafficker will spend 20 years in jail. Julian Robles was sentenced in federal court this week between February and April 2012. Court documents state the feds seized over 3,100 grams of the drug ice concealed in letters Robles mailed from California to Guam. That's over $1.5 million worth of drugs. Robles was given credit for the over 4 years he's already served. The court has also allowed Robles to spend the holidays at home before starting his jail term.
February's trial date for defendants Mark Smith and Glenn Wong remains up in the air. As reported, defense alleges the government deliberately caused a mistrial in order to have Smith's attorney David Lujan disqualified. In court on Wednesday, defense argued their motion to dismiss as well as a motion to allow attorney Lujan to represent Smith at trial. Smith, who was former legal counsel for Gura, is alleged to have had rental units under the federal program and concealed his conflict of interest by transferring the properties to Wong. Defense further argues the case can be retired due to double jeopardy. The motion was taken under advisement.
He allegedly drove off in a stolen car while the owner of the vehicle chased after him on foot. The incident occurred on Monday, in which the owner of the car had started the engine and walked away to secure his workplace. That's when 27-year-old Frank Santiago allegedly got behind the wheel and drove away, prompting the victim to chase after and call the cops. Witnesses reported seeing Santiago exit the car and throw the keys in the trash. He was arrested and charged with theft of an automobile and theft of property.
He was pulled over for an expired decal, but arrested on drug charges. 28-year-old Juvie Salvador Lamberton told police he didn't have a driver's license. When officers looked in the car, they could see what appeared to be marijuana. Court documents state he then disclosed other drugs in the car, including a second marijuana cigarette and an ice pipe. The items tested positive for drugs.
An 18-year-old man is arrested after a 14-year-old girl accused him of rape on school grounds. Court documents state the female victim reported the incident to police earlier this week. Though she stated Yumi Ray Bolden raped her at school on Monday morning, she would later admit to giving Bolden consent prior to the physical engagement. He was arrested for third-degree criminal sexual conduct as a second-degree felony.
No deal. That's apparently the situation in the ongoing Guam Contractors Association case against the feds involving the H-2B crisis. After a hearing on Monday, the judge had ordered that both sides determine whether settlement was viable. According to a report filed by the GCA, they were informed by the feds they didn't have any settlement proposal to offer. As a result, the Contractors Association feels settlement probably isn't practical. The GCA previously presented the feds 2 different proposals to settle, but both were rejected. The GCA is now asking the court to resolve all pending motions as soon as possible. Local contractors are suing the feds after reversing course on the H-2B worker program. The GCA cites the rate of visas went from 95% approval to a 100% denial rate in the past couple of years.
Now to some heartbreaking news hitting close to home for many of us in the news business. Longtime local broadcaster Travis Kaufman has passed away. He was found in his Nimitz Hill home late Tuesday afternoon. The former talk show host spent the past 15 years working in talk radio and news on Guam, talking politics and more.
Kaufman also helped found Autism Community Together, the first local group dedicated to helping and celebrating children on the autism spectrum. Kaufman was 50 years old. Our condolences go out to his family.
We have more news ahead.
Keep it here.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
We value relationships. Because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run. So you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you.
2017 is rapidly coming to an end, and the big finish is on now. At Cars Plus in Mighty, get big year-end savings on a big selection of new 2017 Ram trucks, Jeep Wranglers, Dodge Challengers, and all Fiat models. Plus, buy from Cars Plus today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Big savings and 21 cents off per gallon with a Cars Plus value card when you buy during the big finish at Cars Plus in Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
When you know what you want and you want it great, look no further than Ruby Tuesday's new Steakhouse Sensations menu. Choose from a 20-ounce dry aged prime bone-in ribeye or an 8-ounce filet mignon tenderloin. Either steak seared to your preference and served with 2 specialty sides like Denancy mashed potatoes, grilled asparagus, or roasted Brussels sprouts. Enjoy surf and turf and add a succulent lobster tail or tender grilled salmon fillet to complete your meal. This plus a whole lot more. It's Steakhouse Sensations for a limited time and only at Ruby Tuesday, Guam.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itano program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Matson.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Welcome back to Prime Time. In education news, DOE is ready to rebuild Simon Sanchez High School. During last night's GEB board meeting, members voiced support for Bill 204 that would make DOE the sole leader in the procurement process. Many present during the public hearing last say the students' voices need to be heard. GEB member Mark Mendiola supports the decision.
Mercedes-Benz, I want the top of the line for our students. I mean, what is our students' education worth? I'm supportive of, if the DPW wants to take another crack at it, but at the same time, too, this legislation is asking for the department now to step up and say, are you willing to take that challenge?
The board says DOE is ready to move the process forward, hoping that senators feel the same. The rebuild of Simon Sanchez High School has been delayed repeatedly due to protests and appeals filed by Cortec International.
Expect new pre-Ks in the new year. The Guam Education Board approved the expansion of the pilot pre-K program that would add 5 additional schools next fall, increasing the students they say serve from 72 to 162. Superintendent John Fernandez.
You have a management team here who is really eager to see expansion of the pre-K program. I think the promise of the pre-K program is that if we're able to do enough expansion and looking at where Head Start is, that we can look at the overall, overall offerings to our pre-kindergarten students.
The superintendent says the $1 million is secured, and of the 5, Agana Heights Elementary School is the only campus in need of new construction.
PE teachers are against student credit for ROTC. At Tuesday's GEB board meeting, PE teachers from local high schools spoke out against expanding programs that are allowing students to opt out of PE classes. Fred Guzman, a PE and health teacher at JFK.
With the students that I have, they only have 1 year requirement, and if you take away an additional opportunity for them to stay physically fit, they're going to obviously try to gravitate towards the class. They don't have to dress out, they don't have to participate, they don't have to do any of that PE stuff. And again, all they're going to be doing is push-ups, sit-ups, 1 mile run.
Although not on the official agenda for the meeting, GEB members said a work session is scheduled for later this month.
More than 355 million heads Guam's way. This after President Donald Trump signed the 2018 National Defense Authorization Act. The $355 million is for military construction projects related to the buildup and current operations, including the hardening of select military facilities. The law also includes Congressman Madeline Berdali's provision to provide up to 4,000 H-2B temporary workers per year to support construction projects directly connected to or associated with the buildup. The feds have 3 months to implement the provision. Reacting, Governor Eddie Calvo says the NDAA doesn't help with construction outside the gate. Calvo saying it doesn't help Guamanians trying to build homes or local businesses or trying to expand their stores, restaurants, or hotels. He says, quote, the NDAA falls short on the One Guam promise. You can read the full statement online.
The USS Asheville pulls into port tomorrow. The Los Angeles-class attack submarine will mark Guam's 4th home-ported submarine. The USS Asheville replaces the USS Chicago, which shifted its home port to Pearl Harbor, Hawaii back in September to complete a scheduled maintenance. Fun fact, the ship's motto is from the mountains to the sea.
Well, many of us are putting up decorations and lights this holiday season, but there are some things you need to know if you want to keep those electricity costs down.
Carmen Terlahi has more on this week's Think Green.
Think Green, presented by GPA, bringing energy solutions to you.
It's the best time of the year, but it can also be the most costly when it comes to your power bill.
So in the holidays, what happens? You have more gatherings in the home, you prepare more food, you have more gifts that use electronics, you have guests that are from island, off island or so forth like that, that's staying over, and the consumption in the house typically goes up.
Art Perez, communications manager at the Guam Power Authority, gives us some tips on how to think green and keep our power bills low this Christmas. First, recommending LED Christmas lights.
We advocate the use of LED lights for your indoor and outdoor Christmas lighting. Just make sure it's compliant with the use where you're going to put it. If it's indoors, make sure it's indoors. If it's outdoors, make sure it's on a GCFI outlet to protect the circuit. and also to protect your lightings out there and not creating any fires.
But when it comes to how much money you can really save, it really depends on how many lights you plug in.
I would just turn it on at 7 o'clock and shut it off as early as 6 o'clock in the morning, because some families like to keep it on. And in those cases, I would encourage the use of those new technologies like LED lights.
Now for the gifts under your Christmas tree, Paris says buy rechargeable batteries and power-saving appliances. And GPA customers can always track their energy consumption registering at myenergyguam.com, a holiday essential when it comes to keeping Christmas green. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
Think Green. Presented by GPA, bringing energy solutions to you.
All right, Chris, well, you have all your holiday decorations all up already?
And I think my tree is already dead.
It's ready for the new year. All right, well, stay with sports is next, but first, your island weather.
Managing our wireless data used to drive my family crazy. But now that we've switched to GTA and get all that bonus data, we're spreading the love. You sure you don't mind the wait, honey?
Take your time. I'm good.
But we're missing the game.
Nope. I've got bonus data from GTA. Come watch.
Love it.
Get 10 extra gigs of wireless data on every line every month when you bundle. Visit gta.net for more details.
We get to walk.
Jen.
Mark! Wow, it's been a long time.
It has. How you been?
Good, really good. Jake, this is Mark. We used to date.
Hey, Chief.
Cool. Okay.
So easy to dip.
See you, man.
So hard to put down.
It was nice.
Rolled chicken tacos are back. Tasty shredded chicken rolled up with your choice of dips. Only at Taco Bell.
Are Mom and Dad here yet?
Not yet.
We didn't get her lane.
We gotta stop for cash.
I forgot my card.
Just use your phone.
Right. Forgot your Bank of Hawaii debit card? No problem. Because now you can get cash with your phone with cardless cash from Bank of Hawaii. Introducing Cardless Cash. Download the Bank of Hawaii app today. Welcome to tomorrow.
How does tourism work for Guam? Half a day!
Half a day!
Tourism tax dollars fund improvements around our island. Tourism helps maintain our community centers and public parks. Tourism dollars are invested where it counts, promoting village shops and locally made products. Tourism keeps the spirit of our past alive through restoration of historical sites. Tourism supports environmental efforts that protect our natural resources. Tourism improves our quality of life. It helps make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Tourism works for Guam.
It's Team KUAM's annual holiday cookie exchange. Watch KUAM News beginning Monday, December 18th. Team members partner with pastry sous chef Katie Lusk at the Dusatani Guam Resort to prepare a delectable holiday treat each night. Check out our website, app, and social media platforms for the nightly recipes and special digital bonus features. Team KUAM's annual holiday cookie exchange is brought to you by Devondale and Hanum. Special thanks to Dusatani Guam Resort.
Name a country in North America.
North Carolina.
You teach third grade, you say, right?
Buckle up and hold on tight.
What do you call a large group of jellyfish? A school?
Ellen DeGeneres presents the biggest game show on television.
Take your hand off of here! I'll take my hand off, and then I'll pull it back.
Ellen's Game of Games, special preview December 18th on NBC.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the show tonight, we'll take a look at your boys' high school all-island selection for soccer. But first off, baseball news on the Yomiuri Giants. Check it out. The Yomiuri Giants will be heading back to the island for a 3-week short squad training camp from January 6th to the 23rd. The Giants are the oldest and most popular team in Japan. Guam Baseball Academy welcomes the team for the 3rd straight year at the Guam Baseball Academy Triple J Fields located at the Ukudu High School. This year, 15 professional players and coaches from the Yomiuri team plan to hold another short clinic for players on island. The date and time for the clinic will be announced and posted on Facebook at Strike Zone Guam once their training schedule is finalized. The 2017 holiday camp, sponsored by Take Care and FHP, will host NBA veteran Vincent Askew to launch the Junior NBA Guam from December 26th to the 29th at the Tumuning Gym. Askew spent 12 years in the NBA and was well known for playing with the Seattle Supersonics from 1992 to 1996 alongside Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. In 1996, the Sonics advanced to the NBA Finals against Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, but lost the series in 6 games. Askew went on to say, "I am so excited to get to Guam and work with the kids. Basketball is my passion. I love teaching basketball at all levels and sharing my experience and knowledge as a coach, pro player, and student athlete to anyone who wants to learn." Visit GuamBasketball.com and click on Junior NBA Guam for more information. Athletes representing Guam in athletics and beach volleyball competed in their respective events at the Pacific Mini Games in Vanuatu. The athletics members include Shania Bulala, Janina Chris, Amanda Cruz, and Ethan Arizonga. Arizonga ran the 400-meter race, finishing his heat in 53.12 seconds, setting a season mark. In a race that had 5 false starts over 2 heats, Arizonga finished Heat 2 in 8th place, ending his stint at the 10th Pacific Mini Games in Vanuatu. Tatiana Sublime and Kendra Bird took to the beach volleyball court against Papua New Guinea. Guam came to within 1 point of tying the set midway, down 13-12. Our ladies eventually lost the set 21-16. In the second set, Guam jumped out to an early 3-1 lead, then increased it to 5-2 on a kill and ace by Tatiana Sublime. The set was dead even at 18 apiece when PNG pulled away with the win 21-19, eliminating Guam from medal contention. All right, now for your 2017-2018 IIAAG Boys Soccer All-Island selections. This year's MVP, Takumi Ito from JFK, who plays midfield. Goalkeeper, Sean Sublime from FD. Defenders, Takami Odell from St. John's, Mitchka Furman from FD, and Alshay Grape from JFK. Midfielders, Takumi Ito, your MVP from JFK. Aiden Dixon from FD. Kyle Holly from FD, and Eddie Wang from Harvest Christian Academy. Your strikers, Xavier Napati from FD and Clayton Mitchell from Harvest Christian Academy. Your utility player, Inochi Rossello from JFK. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
I had a dream. I walked into a dealership, picked out a new car, gave them no money, and they're letting me drive it for free the next 3 months.
At Nissan Guam, your dream has become a reality during the premier year-end event. For the holidays, you can drive away a new Nissan with no money down and not make a payment for the next 3 months. It's on the house. No money down. We make your first 3 payments. Just sign and drive away. For details, stop by Nissan Upper Tumon or log on NissanGuam.com.
Say hello to the widest 4G LTE network in the Marianas, Guam, Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. When your passion goes beyond your island, choose a plan that takes you further. With Docomo Pacific's My Plans, you can do a lot throughout the Marianas. 20 gigs for $79 or 30 gigs for $99. All the data you need to connect, share, and make all your ideas happen. Dream big, reach higher with My Plans. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Here's to the flavorful, those unafraid to show their signature style, signature moves, signature everything. You add the spice that makes life interesting. So to you, we raise a sandwich as flavorful as you are. For McDonald's signature crafted recipes. Try the Swiss mushroom melt from McDonald's. Grilled mushrooms and 2 slices of real Swiss cheese topped with a creamy garlic and herb spread.
All 2017 models must go during Triple J Auto Group's Big Deal 2017 Inventory Blowout. We're making room for our 2018 models. That's right, all-out blowout sale. Thousands off on all 2017 Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, and Kias. Now is the time to check out the largest selection of brands on Guam. See PDN and post ads for details. Every customer receives a free gift. Stop by today or visit us online at triplejguam.com and trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Triple J, 33 years of putting customers first.
It's almost Christmas time, everybody, and I can't wait. I left the lights up all year round. I just couldn't bear the thought of taking them down. I've been singing Jingle Bell Rock since July. All the neighbors look at me like I'm crazy, but I got a feeling that I just can't shake. You see, it's lasted 364 days and now I'm too excited. I can't sleep a winking. I stare at the snow outside my window just thinking, come on Christmas. I don't know why you're taking so long, Christmas. Well, I've been waiting all year for you to get here, and I can't take another second. Can't you hear me begging? Hurry up, Santa Claus. Here's my number just in case your reindeer get lost. I sure wouldn't mind if you're early this time. So come on, come on, come on, Christmas. Come on, Christmas. Well, there's just something about this time of year. You can feel the excitement in the air. Everyone's hanging with family and friends, and it's making you feel like a kid once again. Steal a kiss under the mistletoe while old Bing sings let it snow, let it snow. The only thing that's left on my Christmas list is I'm hoping to catch a peek of old Saint Nick. So come on Christmas. I don't know why you're taking so long, Christmas. I've been waiting all year for you to get here, and I can't take another second. Can't you hear me begging? Hurry up, Santa Claus. Here's my number just in case your reindeer get lost. I sure wouldn't mind if you're early this time. So come on, come on, come on, Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Happy 58th birthday going out to John F. Blas. We love you and have a blessed day. Love your wife, Carmen, your kids, and your grandkids near and far. Rhythm Armani Blas, may God continue to bless you for many more years of celebration. Grammy's Beauty Princess, we love you from the family. Ronluca Iglesias Cruz, may you have more B-days to come. You have grown fast and beautiful. From your Nina and Nino, we both love you always, and you make us proud always. God is on your side always. Sindel Abad from your KUAM family, happy birthday going out to you. Craven Trey Akinninok, happy 11th birthday from your family. We love you. And happy belated birthday to Tina Flores, coming from Ruth, the kids, Flores, and Palash's family.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday.
And that's our time. Stay tuned. Extras next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
All right, here we are, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I'm Jason Salas, and we get the show started with our Culture Club segment. And tonight we feature Lorenzo Regis, who at 24 years old has already accomplished a great deal with traditional seafaring.
Meet 24-year-old Lorenzo Manuel Napati Regis. He is the new president of Chamorro Seafaring Group, Ulitao Inc.
Its mission is to revitalize and perpetuate Chamorro seafaring heritage and traditions here on the island.
It was his late grandfather, Lorenzo Napati, his hero and role model, that sparked his love for culture.
He was considered as one of the best farmers and fishermen down in Molesto of his time. And as a result of that, I became that kid that would be climbing coconut trees to grab tuba for him, or going late at night to catch bungalow or land crab, or pasture his goats. Just everything that he did, I would be the mini-me of him. And I've always wanted to be just like him as a kid.
Just before his grandfather's passing, he told Lorenzo's parents that his grandson will learn Chamorro, and he's done exactly that.
As a result of that, I've been learning with my mom and dad, and they've been my walking dictionary for Chamorro, and it has come to a point that we can actually have a conversation in Chamorro now. Something that I wasn't able to do as a kid. That's something that's pretty important to do.
But aside from his language, Lorenzo has also took on traditional dancing, studying under the tutelage of his uncle Vince Regis with Inetnangeth Pago. He then moved on to seafaring, joining Ulitao 3 years ago, serving as vice president for 2 years and now as its president.
We try to expand on just not only on the seafaring side, but also into other aspects of our culture. Because traditionally the Guma Ulitao is a house that would teach young boys all aspects of their Chamorro culture in order for them to become a man. They would also have the female version of that would be the Guma Lao, and we would try to teach our Ulitao members now how to build houses in the Chamorro style. Just small things like how to make fire. We're now diving into the art of slinging the Atua Tupat, fishing, and traditionally to graduate from the Ulitao, to graduate from the Guma Ulitao, you would have to sail a canoe, one man, and catch a marlin and bring it back to your village. That's something that we always saw as a benchmark that would be the benchmark. Like, that would be something that we would want to become as good as a seafarer, to be able to do that one day. But as far as now, we just want to absorb every aspect of our culture, whether it be reading, whether it be seafaring, whether it be anything. We just want to make our members, our young members, able to know as much as they can, not just the seafaring aspect of our culture.
Ulitao's goal now is to build a double-hull Chamorro canoe to sail to the Festival of Pacific Arts in Hawaii, scheduled for 2020.
I think it's one of the most important aspects of our culture, because without the knowledge of seafaring, without the knowledge of canoe building, Chamorros wouldn't exist. We wouldn't have discovered Guam and the rest of the Marianas Islands some 4,000 years ago.
As president of the organization, he plans to keep our culture alive, saying he's proud to be Chamorro.
I live it every day. I feel like I try to be someone from the past. I try to be as Chamorro as I can. I feel like that is who I am, and it's who I want to be, and it's who I will continue to strive to be, and that's Chamorro. It's my grandpa, it's me, it's anyone else that has that Chamorro DNA, that Chamorro blood, that Chamorro heart. And it's something that I feel like we shouldn't be putting under a table, we should be sharing with the rest of the world.
Please stay tuned, everybody. We are right back after this.
From the network that brought you up to 3 times more data comes the dawn of a new data. The epic story of Guam's only network brave enough to give 10 free gigs of bonus data on every line every month to customers who bundle their services. Reviewers are calling the offer totes awesome. Best deal ever. And yes.
Visit GTA.net for details.
This holiday season, GPA wants to give you